Alright, we're here. Are we ready to do the thing? Wait, actually, we're not here. I need to take away a piece of paper from my cat or he's gonna be batting it around the room the whole night. Okay, now we can do the thing. Ninja husband time. Alright. Ew, writing business email before breakfast sounds gross. So, hi Lynn, hi Julie, hi Anna, I see a Noelle, hi Angie, I see Lethica, I see a Cash Bear and Lurks and some other people that may or may not be bots. I don't know. I'm never sure. Anyway, hello, welcome. If you're lurking, please feel free to continue lurking, and I hope you have fun. All right, let's do some garbage. We're gonna kill this and pop on over to the real screen. I'm gonna have to do the thing where I grab the game. Sailor Mars for the con. Cool. That's fine. I'll generally try to recap and whatnot as well. There will be a lot less skipping in this one, I think. So bear that in mind. Come on. Show me the game. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. And I'm gonna shut up because we get a new opening with this game. Right. I guess that, you know, we've all been here for so long that I think we're all just sort of inoculated to the existence of the fact that almost all the guys end up turning into furies. Basically, totally not vampires. So yeah. I mean, yes, it's spoilers, but also they shove it right in the opening, so it's not really a spoiler. Anyway, last time, that definitely happened to our boy, Yamazaki. He decided he needed to do a protect on us, the heroine, Chizuru, and Hijikata, because he's very heckin' loyal. So he drank the water of life and turned into a fury and attempted. He made a really good effort trying to beat the ever-loving snot out of Kazuma, but Kazuma's a dick and also an Oni, so that didn't quite pan out. But ultimately he pieced out because his punch clock villain babysitter Amagiri showed up and told him to cool his goddamn jets. And we were left with a wounded and very tired and no longer exactly human Yamazaki, and yeah. So, a lot of that stuff happened. A couple of our guys in our number have taken the water of life and are definitely vampires. Sannan is one of them. He was like the first. Heisuke took it because he was beaten almost literally to death and chose to not die, so that's a thing that happened. I think that's it so far. Yeah, they basically, like, we sort of ended with Yamazaki kind of being like, would you like to stay by my side forever? Because I would like to stay by yours forever. And we're like, yeah, sure, cool. It was extremely romantic and adorable, if a little sudden. So we are going to go forth with our chosen boy. Shogun wedding, let's do this! That hurt. Alright. Let's do this. Look at our boy. I'm screen capping that shit right there. So, because this used to be one game in the original releases and was split into two with all of the expanded content they did when they did this remake, we do have a recap here. I will go ahead and read through it this time, since we do have folks that are not consistently here. It basically, like, catches you up on literally everything that occurred in the first game.
Winter, 1864. In order to find my father, with whom I'd lost contact, I, Chizuru Yukimura, visited Kyoto. In that city, I bore witness to a horrifying secret hidden within a group called the Shinsengumi. The Fury, a creature with white hair and crimson eyes. Luckily, I was saved from the vicious clutches of the Furies by the members of the Shinsengumi. Because I had discovered the Shinsengumi secrets, it was proposed that I live with the Shinsengumi men since they were also searching for my father.
Actually, they kind of had her under house arrest for like 5 years, but whatever, it's fine.
I was given the position as the commander's page, and thus my life with the Shinsengumi began. I'd heard rumors, well, whispers really, that the Shinsengumi were little more than a bunch of crooked ronin, but my life with them proved otherwise.
Did it, though?
Yeah. Their commitment to protect the safety of Kyoto made them the last of a dying breed. True samurai.
Yeah. Searching for her father was like kind of a thing. They were like, oh yeah, I guess we'll do that by letting you come with us when we patrol. And then other shit happened. Oops.
Among the men was the kind-hearted Yamazaki, who often swapped between the roles of scout and medic with equal proficiency and diligence. Because I held some experience with assisting my father in his clinic, Yamazaki and I spent a lot of time together overseeing the Shinsengumi's infirmary.
wish we would have seen more of that.
A group of demons named Chikage Kazama, Kyuju Amagiri, and Kyo Shiranui continually sought to interfere with the Shinsengumi at every opportunity.
Amagiri's great. I just wish someone would give the poor man some eyebrows. Hot villains are illegal. Yeah, it's really unfair.
It was later revealed to me that my ancestry traced back to demon lineage, which made me the target of their ire.
Is ire the right word? I'm pretty sure Kazuma's whole thing was that he's been trying to kidnap her and marry her. I don't think he's mad about that. Oh my god, Anna, please. I think Amagiri in your style would be hot. He might be mad that he just can't get it done. That's fair. That's accurate, actually.
Luckily, Yamazaki had kept me safe. There was no stopping the tide of change, however. The fate of the shogunate was threatened by the Satsuma Choshu, which later culminated in an inevitable battle for control of the nation. During the Battle of the Toba Fushimi, I found myself separated from the Shinsengumi, and only with Yamazaki's help had we survived the battle's aftermath.
There actually is a Hakuoki anime series, and there's also movies and OAVs, and there's so much Hakuoki anime. The movies are great. The series was kind of not great. The OAVs were like side content and they were good. Yeah, you can find some of it on Crunchyroll. It has been dubbed into English, but honestly I would recommend just watching it in Japanese. The English is okay. I actually don't know who did Chizuru's voice in the dub. I never paid attention.
But thank you, that's a high compliment. Unfortunately, the battle ended in favor of the Satsuma Choshu, and the Shinsengumi were driven from Kyoto. They set sail for Edo in hope of a new start.
I have considered doing another, like, during this time slot. I've sometimes done some anime watching. A few of us, I think there were only 3 of us around, watched the Hakuoki movies. I might do that again for folks if people are interested. Because they're really good. And beautifully animated and beautifully shot, too. I shall. Baby-faced assassin is the achievement we just unlocked, apparently, so that's fine. Yeah! Yeah, because I think before, when we watched it, was just Julie and Lynn and me. Nobody else was really around, but... maybe after we do... after we finish the Yamazaki run, we can do the movies. Because we can get through those in pretty much the same amount of time it takes to do a Hakuoki run. So it'd be really easy to just do one weekend before we jump into Nightshade for whatever the hell route we do there. Yeah, he does look way younger than he is, since he's like 34? I don't know. By this point, he's kind of old. I say being older than that, but anyway.
February 1868. The Shinsengumi was humiliated at the end of the Battle of Toba Fushimi, which initiated their hurried departure from Kyoto to Edo over 2 months' span.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Chizuru starts the game at 16. By the time we get through Toba Fushimi, I think it's been about 4 years.
a new headquarters was established in an old mansion previously owned by one of the former shogunate's
Shogunate? Words.
Shogunate's Hatamoto, which was where we resided.
Oh, it tells us right here.
It had been 4 years since I set foot back in Edo.
Shogunate!
As far as homecomings went, it was anything but. Unlike when I had first arrived at...
I cannot fucking words tonight. I'm sorry, everyone. Forced! When I first arrived... No. Chizuru is not from Osaka. I'm not going to talk like that. I haven't really talked all day, so... And I did not do my due diligence of warming up. I apologize. Aha. Okay, we're gonna try that again from the top.
Unlike when I had first arrived in Kyoto, I never quite settled into the compounds here, and my mind often swirled with anxious thoughts.
Luna! Her name is actually Luna! Oh my god! Julie! Hi, kitty! Such a perfect... I forgot to ask what her name was earlier, and I was like, she looks like a Luna. Because of course. Hey, Shy Asian guy.
I suppose it was natural, however.
Shizufi? Oh god. Oh lord. Caps lock is acceptable.
The principal reason being that Kondo, our beloved chief, was being hospitalized for a serious gun wound in a clinic managed by Dr. Matsumoto. As for Hijikata, he had been tirelessly bustling to and from the offices of the shogunate officials in Kondo's stead. As for Okita, he had been under strict orders from Dr. Matsumoto to recuperate from a serious bronchial illness, giving us even more to worry about.
Serious bronchial illness, also known as tuberculosis. It's fine. Anyway.
The Shinsengumi were licking their wounds during this fragile period, with both their chief and commander noticeably absent from their new base of operations.
So we're starting off on a very happy note, as you can see.
On top of having to adjust to new surroundings and adapt to the tensely rising political climate, the sting of defeat was still fresh in everyone's mind. I wondered to myself what would become of the shogunate, and by extension, the Shinsengumi.
Because historically the Shinsengumi got wrecked. Basically. And they decided not to change history for this fictional account. Like, at all.
It was a sentiment that hadn't needed repeating, but became increasingly impossible to ignore.
We want history to be dumb in this case, because sad.
We couldn't let our grief fester, and so we carried on, welcoming the dawn of the new year with open arms. I was beginning to grow accustomed to my life here, despite the freezing weather.
では、原田組長と長倉組長は現状に疑問を抱いていないというのですか?
I was sauntering the outskirts of the compound's courtyard when I noticed someone yelling.
だから、そうは言ってねえだろ。俺たちだって言いてえことは山ほどある。けど、ここで騒いでどうなるってんだ。まだ大使の補充すら済んでねえんだぞ。
Oh, yeah, there's a Discord. The Moobot should be spamming the link. And thank you, Julie. Please feel free to join, Angie. We shitpost and yell a lot in there. There's an entire channel devoted to this bullshit too, so you know. The mods shall take care of you and grant you access to everything.
Oh, hello everyone. Is something the matter? Had I stumbled into a heated argument? I chimed in out of concern, hoping to diffuse it. Harada, for some reason, fidgeted uncomfortably next to me, responding under his breath.
Ah, Chizuruか。いや、ちょっとな。
故障の雪村くんか。ちょうどいい。なあ、君も現状に不安を感じないか？
Oh no, these guys are starting shit.
Bother me? In what way?
考えてもみてくれ。局長と副長は江戸に来て以来ずっとこの豚書を留守にしている。
Hijikata's busy and Kondo is recovering from a bullet wound, you asshole. Is what I want to say.
かといって命令があるわけでもなく、大使は皆座して待つだけの日々。
Exactly. Pardon me, faceless man. Our dads are working. What are you doing?
本当に俺たちはこのままでいいのか？局長たちは敗戦を機にこの新選組に見切りをつけたんじゃないのか？
No, dude. But no.
Of course not. The Shinsengumi is the most important thing in the world to both Kondo and Hijikata. In all honesty, it wasn't as though I weren't also anxious from the perceived stagnation, with all of our commanding officers absent. But this was the first time in my 4 years with the Shinsengumi that I'd seen discontent expressed so openly, especially to the captains. The only reason for Kondo's absence is because he's still recovering, not for lack of trying. Hijikata too is working as often as he can to gather shogunate approval, so that the Shinsengumi can mobilize as quickly as possible.
だが大使に不安が広がっているのは事実だろう。敗戦後の肝心な時期にタイの支柱となるべき方々が留守なのはそれだけで問題だ。
Did you literally not hear the part where I said Kondo is off recovering from being wounded? Wow.
Well...
なあ、どう思う？君だって心の底では。
おっと、そこまでだ。あんまりそいつをいじめんじゃねえ。
Nagakura, I love you.
Nagakura grabbed the two young warriors by the scruff of their necks and dragged them away.
組長、何の真似ですか？
ったく、さっきからごちゃごちゃとうるせえな。そんなくだらねえ不安なんざ、うまい酒を浴びるほど飲んだら記憶ごときれいさっぱり消えちまったの。
Good news, Angie. He's one of the options in the game. We haven't actually played his route yet either.
お前らの言いたいこともわかるけどな。不安や恐れってのは伝染するもんだ。そうそう口にするもんじゃねえ。男としての株が下がっちまうぜ。
つうことでてめえら、綺麗なお姉ちゃんがいる店に連れてってやるからありがたく思え。
Oh, Nagakura. Really, dude? But whatever, you're getting them out.
わかりました。わかりましたから首が。
Hopefully this is providing a good lesson.
悪いな、千鶴。俺もあいつらの相手をしてくる。だがな、実際あいつらの心配も的外れってわけでもね。 今はこうして不満を抑え込んじゃいるが、いつまでもこのままってわけにはいかねえぞ。
The tone of Harada's prediction made me question to whom he may have been referring. Harada nodded curtly before skipping off to join the boys heading into town, and my eyes dropped to the floor wistfully.
Floor, ground. We're outside, so it's ground, floor. This happens because the localization was a little rushed. Anyway.
If my memory serves me correctly, those two soldiers were members of the 1st Division. Okita would never have tolerated their behavior. In fact, I imagined Okita's eyes thinning with cynicism before brutally scolding them.
Scolding them? I feel like Okita would have beaten the shit out of them, to be quite honest.
Inoue, had he lived, also wouldn't have entertained the pervasive doubt plaguing our men, and instead would have diffused it with kind reassurance. Inoue! But here in Edo, neither were with us. Things were changing for better or worse, faster than we could cope.
Scolding or murder, it's much the same to Zoji, that's true.
Ever since the Battle of Toba Fushimi, the cracks were beginning to show in the Shinsengumi.
And apparently my cat just wants to yell.
I felt helpless, watching all of my preconceptions melt about the group. So I ambled back inside the compounds, slumped and confused.
So that's fine. This is real happy so far, right?
Regardless of how depressed I was beginning to feel, there was no shortage of chores to complete. The only other pages in the Shinsengumi, Soma and Nomura, were often tending to both Kondo and Hijikata as guards away from the compounds. Which meant, of course, that I was left behind to handle the growing list of responsibilities alone. Pardon me, Heisuke. Are you awake in there? Days were shorter during the winter season, and before I knew it, an amber sunset shone from the corner of the windowsill behind me in the hallway. I had finished folding each of the warriors' clothes, and I was visiting each room to drop them off. Your kimonos are dry, so I went ahead and folded them for you.
Oh, ありがとな。じゃあそっちに置いといてくれ。
Heisuke!
Hey, Twilight. Oh, thank you for the bits, friend.
Heisuke seemed distracted, shifting his eyes uneasily toward his folded hands. Upon closer inspection, however, I saw a leather-bound notebook laid on the floor. Beside it was a pile of what looked to be shredded tree roots, ground and sifted onto the floor. Could that be? Is that Ishida medicinal powder?
違う違う。いくら江戸に戻ってきたからってそんなもん煎じたりしねえって。これはこの間会った時松本先生が教えてくれた薬で。
羅刹の吸血衝動を抑制する薬だそうですよ。
Yeah, Heisuke's got a sharp look about him. He's a sweetie pie, though. Yep, Sanan is, Sanan just fucking, like, rose up from the floor like a phantom. He literally just appears on every scene out of fucking nowhere, and it's real scary.
Oh, good evening, Sannan.
むしろおはようございますですね。 私たち羅刹隊の仕事はこれからですから。
Yes, we are aware you are night walking vampires. Thank you.
Like everything else following our return to Edo, the Furies' predicament hadn't improved. Considering how severely Shinsengumi forces were depleted after their defeat, the Fury Corps were the sole defensive unit still capable of fighting.
We've moved on to Blossoms.
With morale at an all-time low, the Furies were entrusted with guard duties around the compounds.
東堂君もおはようございます。またその薬を調合していたのですか。
俺にとっちゃどうしても必要なもんだからな。
私としては一時しのぎ、無駄なあがきだと思いますがね。
そんなことねえよ。
Heisuke ended up returning. This was a piece that happened. The incident where he died was actually the incident where we assassinated Ito and assassinated a bunch of his men and tried to convince Heisuke to come back. However, during that whole scuffle, Amagiri punched his organs inside out. And he needed to drink the water of life to stay alive. But yes, historically, Heisuke dies at the Battle of Aburano Koji, which is what that incident was. So yeah.
And I will be right back. I hear kitty problems in the other room. Give me about 5 minutes, friends.
Alright, my apologies for that. Percy just decided now was a great time to have shenanigans in the bathtub. As most of you guessed, it was definitely Percy. But hey, left you with lovely music and Heisuke's beautiful face, so thank you. Sorry about that, we will continue. Kitties. Alright. Let's see. Thank you, pause menu, for blocking out Sanan. That's right. I mean, Sanan's handsome. He's just creepy, which somewhat diminishes the appeal. I'm still super curious about what we're gonna end up with on his route, because I'm crazy like that. But let us continue.
However, Sanan was unfazed by his gesture and slumped his shoulders.
まあいいでしょう。君や山崎君のやり方に文句を言うつもりはありません。
So once we're done with Yamazaki's route, we'll be switching over to Nightshade and we'll pick a route to do there. And then we'll flip back over to Hakuoki, but I will post up a vote for us to choose which route we do next. No, Kiara is not an option. She's not in the fucking game as an option. I mean, Sanan did take us aside, like, sort of invaded our room one day and was basically like, I have this great idea. You have demon blood and it's really powerful and it might be better if we just have your blood and I can make more serum from that. So let me just get out my sword and cut you open and take some of that. Is that okay? It was a little frightening. Hijikata came in and stopped him and told him to fuck right off, but whew, it was frightening.
今は好きなようにすればいい。最終的に行き着く先は同じですから。
Yamazaki? Is Yamazaki taking this medicine as well?
ああ、いや、一応この薬は渡してあるけど、そんな心配する必要ないよ。ラセスになったのもつい最近の話だし、まだ発作を起こしてない。
I see. Because I had been standing presently in front of Sannan and Heisuke, I thought it distasteful to show relief. But it was still something to celebrate.
闇に生き、闇に死ぬ。ああ、何もかも今更だ。
I immediately recalled a memory of the battle. Yamazaki had willingly consumed the water of life in a valiant attempt to keep myself and Hijikata safe. This was unbeknownst to everyone else, and so Yamazaki resumed his duties and lifestyle as usual, despite the punishing side effects of his affliction. Because the watch operated primarily in the shadows of night, no one, save for the captains, noticed anything different about his behavior. I took notice, however, that he frequented the compounds less and less often during the day, which I couldn't help but feel forlorn about. For now, his focus was solely on escorting Hijikata at night, bouncing between meetings with the shogunate vassals without a moment of respite.
Or respite, if you prefer to say it that way.
And there was no one to blame, of course, but it bore mentioning that the mood was sullen without him. I cupped my hand over my heart. I pined to hear Yamazaki's soft, gentle voice. In such a period of unrest for the Shinsengumi, surely Yamazaki's disposition and smile would be warmly received, if not dearly needed. Of course, far be it from me to ask him to abandon his duties, which were bigger than anything here. But was it too much to ask for just a glimpse of him? Was missing him such a crime?
No, sweetie, it's not. Like, not at all. We miss him. All of us.
I ran through a mental checklist of my remaining chores, of which there were none. I had entered the wee hours of the morning without realizing. I dozed off coolly in between chores, and before I knew it, dawn was breaking from the east. I crept out of bed, tiptoeing so as not to wake any of the men, before walking toward the entrance gate. Should be any minute now. Normally they would have arrived at this time. With each word I spoke, a plume of white vapor followed soon after. The frost was piercingly cold, and my eyes shifted nervously as I listened for any audible sign of people approaching. At last, I heard the footsteps of what sounded like a pair sauntering back to the compounds. Oh, welcome back! Hijikata! Yamazaki!
雪村君、今朝も待っていてくれたのか。
Yes? What's it to ya?
出迎えはいらねえと言っただろうが、この寒いのに風邪ひいても知らねえぞ。
Don't tell me what to do, Dad.
I apologize for worrying you, but I couldn't help but hope that the two of you returned safely. Hijikata stuck his foot in the door of every Bakushin office in Edo, keeping Yamazaki right behind him as a guard, which kept them well until morning. I had to repay them for their diligence, especially considering how exhausted they must have been.
Hello, Percy. Hijikata is very fucking pretty. Like, everything about him is wonderful. It's just his route ended up being very fucking boring. And yes, Hijikata is officially, canonically, by Chizuru's reckoning, the prettiest. Iba is the second prettiest. That's where we find this out. This is where we discover Chizuru's ranking. And yeah, his route is just like, it kind of plays out like Chizuru having this crush on him, and he's just way too fucking busy to notice. At least in Kyoto Winds. We've only done half the route. Edo Blossoms might have changed a little from the original game. It was real boring when I played it in the original too. But they have done some rewriting on the back half of the storylines a lot. And yeah, like Julie says, Hijikata is the route they kind of pursue in the movie plot, but they make it actually really compelling. I think not having to belabor all of the political stuff and the historical events going on and just focusing on the relationships because of time crunch made it work a little better.
I took a deep bow in front of them, to which Hijikata responded with a wry smile. I've prepared a kettle of warm tea and breakfast for the two of you. Please enjoy before you rest.
たく、
まあ、あるもんはありがたくいただくけどよ。
He always calls us kid. Which is the other thing that made it kind of weird.
おい、山崎、行くぞ。お前も夕方からほとんど何も食ってねえだろ。
Yamazaki, eat a fucking food!
いえ、俺は結構です。今日は疲れているので、そのまま休ませてもらいます。
Yamazaki, I'm concerned.
Wait, what? For a second, Yamazaki's brow furrowed, and he scurried away before responding.
Angie. Him.
I said,
I waited because I needed to grab the walkthrough first. Because I really do. Hold on. Him. All right, I found the guides. Yamazaki. I should have had this pulled up earlier, and I super meant to, but I just didn't. Okay, I found it. We're gonna yell at him to wait. We're also gonna save because we haven't like done that at all yet.
wait! Perhaps because the conversation I had with Sanan and Heisuke was a foreboding prediction. I was overcome with a sudden bout of anxiety, causing me to grab a hold of Yamazaki's arm instinctively. Oh.
悪いが、話してくれないか。疲れていると言ったはずだが。
But you have to eat while you still can, or you're going to feel awful when you wake up.
それは、まあそうだな。
Besides, Yamazaki, you of all people should know how important tending to your health needs are. Neglecting your health would be hypocritical for someone with your line of work.
I love it when Chizuru becomes the mom friend. It's so perfect. This is when she's at her strongest.
Oi, Yamazaki. ここはお前の負けだ。おとなしく言うことを聞いとけ。
Thank you, Hijikata. That's why you're a good dad.
しかし副長。
He totally fucking ships it.
ぐだぐだ言うんじゃねえ。飯も食えねえほど眠いわけじゃねえだろう。俺は先に部屋に戻ってる。悪いが、俺の分は後で持ってきてくれ。
No, anything you want, Dad.
Oh, sure. Immediately following Hijikata's departure, Yamazaki's eyes darted towards me. His expression, however, was more inviting than the previous moment.
Yay.
まったく。君も心配性だな。
Of course we are.
では、俺もまず戻って着替えよう。副長同様、俺も部屋に食事を頼む。
ほほ。Given the track record of Edo Blossoms, I have a feeling I know where this is going to end up. But anyway. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm bringing something that'll warm up your bones in no time. Thankfully, I had the foresight of placing a tray over their meal, so they weren't too cooled. I hurried over to Yamazaki's room, practically skipping through the hall as I found his door.
Oh my god, she's so cute. I like this Chizuru.
Pardon me, Yamazaki. I brought your dinner here for you. Please enjoy. I neatly arranged a tray of rice porridge, steam rising from its warm bowl, with pickled vegetables and miso soup beside it.
Fuck, now I'm hungry.
Hopefully these flavors would be agreeable enough not to upset his stomach. And after stepping into the room, I placed the tray in front of him.
宣告はすまなかった。
Yamazaki appeared in far better spirits, beaming as he put his nose toward the food and wafted in scents before bowing respectively toward me.
寒い中、わざわざ出迎えてくれた君に失礼な態度だった。
Yes,
許してくれ。
he's a fury. That happened at the end of Kyoto Winds. He did it to protect Hijikata from having to do that instead, to deal with Kazuma. It was actually a really good moment.
You have nothing to apologize for. I can only imagine how exhausted you must feel. But I couldn't help but notice how upset you looked. Is everything okay?
話したところであまり気分のいい話ではないぞ。
I think he's thirsty?
But talking through issues might help you process whatever happened. So please, if there's anything bothering you, I want to do whatever I can to help. Even just a little bit. As I spoke, I was gently pouring tea from the kettle into Yamazaki's cup, and our hands softly grazed each other as I handed it towards him. His precocious eyes widened as we touched, which triggered him to begin speaking his piece.
Accidental hand touches! Check that box, I guess.
俺は怒っていたわけじゃない。ただ、悔しいんだ。先日の戦いで大敗を喫したことで、幕府の中では新政府を名乗る敵軍に恭順しようという動きが出てきている。
This track in particular is like really gut-wrenchingly sad.
現在の状況で戦って勝つのは難しい。ならばどうにか折り合いをつけて戦を避けようという話だ。
Yeah, precocious was a weird choice of words.
That seems sensible, but a little optimistic.
そうだな。仮に交渉の結果、戦自体は避けられたとしても、実質的には敗北を認めたようなもの。おそらく多くの点で奴らの要求を飲む羽目になるのは間違いない。例えば幕府の解体、将軍家の処刑に賠償の要求。どこまで踏み込んでくるかわからないが、奴らは幕府側が思っているほど甘くはない。
So what's Hijikata's take on all of this?
無論、幕府を守るために他に道はないと徹底抗戦を働きかけている。 ほぼ相手にされていないのが現状だ。土方副長が必死に頭を下げ、言葉を尽くして説得して回っても。
No brows in the Sundance Kid. Yeah, they've been around. Not in Edo Blossoms yet. But they've showed up in all their usual contexts.
前線に出たことすらない幕臣たちにすげなく追い返され、無視を決め込まれ、あるいは時流も読めぬと罵られる。
Wow. So the Bakushin are douchebags, is what we're getting.
Yamazaki's respect for Hijikata was clear as day. Suddenly, his earlier behavior was totally justified, and I could only imagine his feelings watching Hijikata be treated with such wanton disrespect. To see someone taunted for holding an opinion. I wondered to myself how agonizing it must have been for Yamazaki, who could only sit and watch.
So the running theme that I've picked up on so far with Yamazaki's route is that he consistently feels powerless because his job as a member of the Watch basically requires him to sit on the sidelines and not actually take active part in the battle when, like, all of his friends, i.e. the captains, are, you know, literally out on the front lines doing things and fighting and putting themselves in danger. So yeah, he has his whole internal struggle is feeling like he's not doing enough. Which parallels well with Chizuru, who also, being as she's not a fighter at all, often feels like she's a little powerless and like she's not doing enough. Yeah, exactly. When he tried to basically defend Chizuru and keep her out of sight, and Kazuma just pretty much like backhanded him into a wall like he was literally nothing. This one is a lot, Shy Asian Guy. It also dips into actual history a lot, so if you don't do a little bit of reading around like the Bakumatsu era of Japan and understand the whole situation with the Shinsengumi, there's a whole lot to consume. But if you have questions, we're all available to answer. This is like the 6th route we've been playing through on stream, so we're all kind of in it.
Yamazaki.
奴らはもう諦めている。自分が傷ついた上での結論ならわかるが、戦場に身をさらすまでもなく。
Yes, it also helps to be a history nerd, to be quite honest.
なら俺たちが戦ったのは何のためだ。俺たちは何を守るために戦ったんだ。
Oh, he mad.
Yeah, once we do this route of Yamazaki's, we're gonna jump back over to Nightshade, so I'm alternating them. And that one is a little more accessible because, yeah, you don't have to really know any history. This one was definitely a bunch of history nerds at Ultimate were like, what if we made a game about the Shinsengumi? Oh, but I guess we have to make it an Ultimate game because we work for Ultimate. How do we do that? Okay. I would like to do Goro's route next. Just saying. Anyway.
Yamazaki suddenly pounded his fist into the floor, shaking violently as his anger escalated. My eyes fell to the floor. I stood helplessly, letting the gravity of his diatribe sit on my shoulders. If I may, perhaps some of the members who are against fighting are merely trying to find stability in this period of transition. It seems like they're taking the defeat very close to heart, and are waiting for the right time to retaliate.
ならば、井上さんたちは犬死にか。
His eyes glowed with contempt. I hadn't seen such vitriol burning inside of him since we watched Inoue die in front of us.
あの時俺たちを裏切ったヨドハンも同じだ。仮に内心でどう考えていたにせよ。
All right, Shy Asian guy. Sleep well.
We go reasonably late, so glad you could join us. We do the Hakuoki or Nightshade stuff every Saturday, so. And I do put these on YouTube if you need to go back and watch VODs and things to catch up if that's your jam.
あの戦いで城の門を閉ざし、敗残兵を受け入れなかったのは、首を新政府側に売り渡す気だったのは明白。奴らは幕府が倒れた後、自分の身の安全を保障するため、新政府軍に恭順しようとしている。
Oh shit.
Yamazaki balled his hand into tight fists, shutting his eyes as he condemned our former allies.
俺は今も目を閉じるたびに思い出すんだ。あの鳥羽伏見で見た光景を。
Ouch. Yeah. Yamazaki is putting the fury in fury. Aw, thanks, Twilight.
絶望する仲間たち。響く忠誠。そして井上さんの体から滴る。
Oh no.
滴る。
Oh no.
赤い血。ああ
Yeah, we saw this coming.
Yamazaki? I stepped closer to him, reaching my hand out before I saw his pupils stretch in dilation. He clutched a hand over his chest, struggling not to heave in staggered, short breaths. Soon the veins in Yamazaki's forehead bulged, and he grimaced as he moved his hand over to his bicep where he sunk his fingernails into his flesh.
Greetings, Rose. You came at an interesting time.
His gulp punctuated the room's tense atmosphere.
Oh, shit.
Yamazaki! Yamazaki clawed at his throat before screaming aloud, vigorously scratching his skin in agony. There was something familiar about this scene. I remembered my first night in Kyoto ever. I shuddered at the musty scent of blood evoked by the sight of Yamazaki's abject suffering. Surely he would overcome these symptoms. Yamazaki was different from the other Furies.
That's what you think. Chizuru knows the meta? Oh god!
Or at least, this was what I had told myself. The chances, however, were slim to none.
Sagare! Yukimura!
Yamazaki seemed intent on gouging his heart out. I began to panic, watching his pain unfold without any idea of how to proceed. I decided to...
Well, duh. That's what we're all here for, right?
大丈夫だ。松本先生の薬がある。
I assume we told him. Oh no, we didn't. Okay, just response. Sweet.
With trembling hands, Yamazaki pulled a block of powder wrapped in parchment from his pocket. I recognized it as the same medicine Heisuke had. Although I hadn't seen it in its completed form, I was skeptical that it would be of any use.
Everything is certainly not Daijobu. Yes, that is correct. We are no longer Daijobu.
I had to make sure. Will that medicine work? I suddenly recalled Sanan's dismissal of the medicine. He called it a waste of time.
即効性はない。だが、きっと四半時もすれば。
Buddy, that's a long time.
Every second moved at a glacial pace. Hundreds of beads of sweat pooled at the top of Yamazaki's forehead, inciting more panic from me. Would Yamazaki have to endure this pain for any longer? Could I honestly bear the thought of watching him writhe in agony without any possible solution?
Find out next time on Hakuoki? Like, come on, Chizuru, just do the thing.
I couldn't stand to watch a second longer. Give me a minute. There was no time to hesitate. I heard the hiss of metal as I steadily unsheathed my kodachi, hoping to soothe Yamazaki's pain however possible.
You know, without context, that sentence is really frightening. Like, we know what she's gonna do, but good God.
I felt a sting as I slid the kodachi across the back of my palm. His nose perked, sniffing with the fervor of a feral dog, fixating on the drops trickling down my arm.
Yeah, basically a vampire, but no pointy teeth.
With a small grin, I calmly offered the hand to him, hoping his bloodlust would satiate. Please, take it.
The back of your... Yeah, I think the back of the hand? And yeah, Saito's route was the earlobe, which was the weirdest. So weird. Anyway, so weird.
Of course I am. If it helps you in any capacity, then that's all that matters to me.
Wow, that's a fucking phrase. Drink up, my friend.
Please, suck my blood. Offering a Fury fresh blood was surely too sweet of a temptation to pass up.
I mean, she is at least being like, here, go ahead. Kanpai! Indeed. Oh boy. Excuse me while I try not to laugh. I must recompose myself because we are all 12. 11. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, I suspect it was, Noelle. You're probably not wrong. In most of the other routes, she says drink. I don't know. I'd be interested to see what the Japanese is and compare the two. Anyway.
The tongue in Yamazaki's mouth seemed ready to flick out at a moment's notice, but he restrained himself.
There's the CG.
The moment his moist tongue met my hand, the rest of my body shivered like the ripple of water.
Yo!
There was a tepidness to its movement, as if it were scared to lick, but it imbued me with warmth.
Yeah, I'll bet.
He was fighting the urge to lap up my blood, despite it being what he voraciously craved, and took mere sips.
It never gets less weird. No, it doesn't. I do this for all of you. Oh, right, but we should, you know. Yeah, exactly. These are clearly stand-ins for sexier things, but...
Yamazaki, if you'd like, you could keep...
やめてくれ。今は何も言わないでくれ。
He doesn't seem okay.
Okay.
What? I'm not fucking reading that. Jesus. Never. Someone's gonna need to drop some fucking bits to get me to read that. God. Excuse me, I'm dying. Twilight, I hate you. Thank you for the bits, but fuck off, man. I swear to God. Right. I literally don't know how I'm gonna say this without laughing. Oh. You dirty, dirty people, you. You liars. I know you're all lying.
You could suck harder if you wanted. If I had uttered these words, then perhaps it would have set him off.
She fucking thought that?! Chizuru!
So I stood there waiting for him to finish drinking my blood and soothe all that ailed him.
Cool. The narrative did a bait and switch. So that happened. That was also definitely the most direct she's ever been in one of the blood drinking scenes. Like, holy shit, wow. Girl. So how about February, huh? Alright. Back to normal, I guess. That made pay for it even more worth it. Now I know better than to challenge you all to throw bits at me to do something awful. I should have known better in the first fucking place, but anyway. Oh no. She's like, are you sure you don't want blood? Because, like, I have so much of it that I would be happy to give you.
February was drawing to a close.
Ah, yes. Thank y'all. We saved not too long ago, but we should probably do it again anyway.
Yamazaki-kun, are you thirsty? It would be some time before the spring brought with it the rays of sparkling sunshine, so the wintry morning caressed us with a chill, tingling breeze.
Yeah. Thanks, Rock. Thanks.
いやいや、こうしてみんなと会うと、ずいぶん長く留守にしていた気がするな。
近藤さん。
気がするなじゃねえよ近藤さん。実際何ヶ月ぶりだと思ってんだ。
いない間、こっちはだいぶ大変だったんだぜ。
うん。その説はみんなにも迷惑をかけた。俺がいなかったばかりに鳥羽伏見では太陽配送の浮き目に合わせてしまったし、改めて謝罪をさせてくれ。留守にしていてすまなかった。
It's okay, Kondo. We're just glad you're safe.
A bustling, whimsical energy fluttered through the lively voices echoing all around the compounds, filling it with a well-missed warmth. The topic of discussion, of course, was the return of Isami Kondo, the Shinsengumi's beloved chief, who had been seriously injured in Kyoto. He scanned his surroundings with thinned eyes, proudly beaming in front of his men.
Condad. Yes.
それで局長、負傷された肩の具合は。
It was. Suite kudasai? Jeez. Jeez. Sword husband! Let us never forget Saito. Our very good sword husband. I like how he asks if Kondo is okay. What is the current status of your recovery of your injury? Saito, have you thought about asking, how are you doing, buddy?
Heisuke!
Look, Heisuke is always and forever our love as well.
Lines of worry furrowed on Saito's tired face, but Kondo resolutely answered with a smile.
まだ本調子とは言い難いが、それでもだいぶ回復してきているよ。なんなら試しに稽古でもしてみるかね。俺としても久々に体を動かしたいからな。
Kondo, you're still recovering. You can't fight right now, goddammit.
Dame desu, 局長。松本先生に無茶するなと言われたばかりのはずです。
Good boy, Soma.
だが、ちょっとぐらい。
そう局長が言い始めたら、何が何でも止めろって松本先生から言われてるんですよ。
Bless both of these boys.
だそうだ大将。しばらく稽古はお預けだな。
少しくらいならいいと思うんだがな。
Everyone in the room smiled in response to Kondo's playful pouting, myself included.
Oh no! What's up? What's up, Noelle? What did you find out reading the Japanese? Enlighten us, please.
With our chief and commander back, the Shinsengumi was fully assembled for the first time in months.
Ooh. Made a very solemn scene kind of awkward.
It was the promise of hope in a despairing time, and luckily I wasn't the only one who'd noticed. From the corner of my eye, I watched Yamazaki leaning against a wall with a grin on his face.
Interesting. Ugh. Yeah, like, the localization on the Edo Blossoms chunk of this in particular is just, what happened?
The sight of Kondo returning is surely cause for celebration. Right, Yamazaki?
Gosh, take as much as you want sounds so much less weird.
ああ、やはり局長がいるだけでタイの雰囲気は全く違ってくる。だからこそ我々新選組は局長を守らなければならないんだ。たとえこの身を張ってでも。
I never once questioned if I'd chosen the right path. Yamazaki uttered a sentiment that I too shared, and with my head held high, I smiled with him.
さて、そろそろいい頃合いだな。近藤さん、本題に入ろう。
おお、そうだったな。それでは改めて聞いてくれ。俺の復帰を祝ってくれるのも嬉しいが、実はもう一つ朗報があってだな。
朗報と言いますと？
Shimada was the first one to speak amidst the group of men murmuring quietly, prompting Kondo to respond in a pointed, stern tone of voice.
皆が身をもって知った通り、我々新選組は苦い敗北を経験した。新政府軍の連中はこちらを破ったことでますます勢いづき、江戸へと向かってきているらしい。
I would say that, like, there's the ones that occupy a certain age range automatically fall into the dad scope, but that would have to end up including Yamazaki because he's like the same age as most of these guys on screen right now.
そこで我々はこれより甲府へ向かい、賊軍を迎え撃つ運びとなった。
It's all in how young you feel, right? And also, to be fair, they're like 34. They're not that old. Not even quite that yet. I think we're not far enough along in the timeline for that to be the case. Because historical Hijikata was 34 or 35 when he died in like the final battling of wherever, when he was in what was then known as Ezel. Anyway, he's probably not quite that old yet. I imagine he might be more like 30, 32 here, give or take.
それに伴い、新選組は紅葉鎮部隊と改める。
So at the very beginning of the story, Chizuru is 16, and in that same time frame, Kazuma is 25. So he's probably like 29-ish right now, give or take. Something like that. I can't math. I found a page that had all of the ages of everybody. I think I posted it in the Ultimate channel. It was like a week ago. Thanks for ruining the mystery of history. Sorry. I know you really wanted to crack open those history books and be surprised by the fate of the Shinsengumi.
甲府で敵を迎え撃つとなると、おそらくは甲府城になりますね。
ああ、甲府城に入り、少数の手勢で敵と渡り合う算段だな。
Chizuru is tiny.
ですが、農場にも最低限の兵力は必要です。負傷者が多い現状では手が足りるかどうか。
She's like ultra rinky-dink, because she's shorter than Heisuke, and he's the shortest of the Shinsengumi boys by a fair margin.
With Kondo's sudden order came the influx of questions, many of which casted doubt on the feasibility of organizing a large-scale siege. Nonetheless, Kondo answered them patiently, his shoulders relaxed in his loose-fitting clothing.
いやあ、案ずることはないぞ。幕府からは大量に資金や武器弾薬が支給される手はずとなっている。
Be perfectly honest, if any of you just want a fucking truckload of Hakuoki art, I can link you my entire Dropbox folder. You may have opinions about me after that, but, It is a collection I have nurtured over about a decade, so.
それに甲府城を確保した暁にはなんと我々に10万石をくださるそうだ。
10万？10万石といえば大大名だぞ。
それはあれだ。つまり局長は城持ちの大名ってことになるのか。
Yeah, I will say, Angie, if you choose to go to YouTube and check out the past routes, if you do nothing else, Saito's route is a good. Twilight, the Discord should, if you do the Discord command, so like exclamation Discord, yeah, thank you, Anna. Obviously, anyone that is jumping into the Discord that is new, please make sure you read the Code of Conduct and follow the rules to get admitted to the rest of the server. Thank you very much. We've had some issues with garbage people and trolls, so.
It's a little bit of a manual process.
無論うまくいけばの話だがな。
おいおい、本気かよ。俺たちは殿様の家臣ってことだよな。
Not a big deal. It was like once. It was taken care of handily. But to minimize that, I just make admission to the server sort of require a little front-end labor on the part of the new folks.
ついてきてよかった。
Aspirations of becoming esteemed members of society were in no short supply to the fledgling members of the Shinsengumi.
Ito-en? I don't know what that is.
Kondo's dreams had always burned the brightest, and the room broke into uproarious applause.
Oh, brand of green tea? I don't know. I've not heard of it. Anna might know. She knows a lot about tea.
The celebrations following Kondo's announcement carried on for some time, allowing us in the room to bask in the glow of his accomplishment.
Angie just going back through the Discord CG dumps is fun. I like this live reaction stuff. Good luck.
Afterwards, the meeting ended, and most of the men filed out of the room in positive spirits. The Shinsengumi captains tentatively remained, however, discussing the night's events with Sun Nun and Heisuke included.
なるほど。紅葉鎮部隊ですか。甲府の城を治めたら10万石。そんなうまい話、本当に信用できんのかよ。
まあそうだな。士気の上がってる大使たちの手前、あの場じゃ言わなかったが。
Yes, indeed, Angie. The historical Hijikata was reputed to be quite handsome, and we have picture proof.
今回の話ってのは裏があると見るのが自然だろ
う。無論それだけ我々へ期待していると言えなくもないだろうが、そもそも命令を下したのが今まで新政府軍との衝突を避けようとしてきた幕府上層部となると、
甲府行きは体のいい厄介払い。つまりはそういうことだろう。
Nagakura's not happy.
お前らの懸念ももっともだ。実際徹底抗戦を叫んでる俺たちを遠ざけておきたいってのはあるだろう。とはいえ今の俺たちには甲府行きをやめるという選択肢はない。
つまりあえて思惑に乗るというのですか。
ああ、奴らの思惑がどうあろうと、これは甲府城を手に入れる千載一遇の機会だ。あの城にこもって戦えば敵の数が多かろうが勝機は出てくる。そしてその戦で勝利を収めりゃ。
Ah, you found it.
生還を決め込んでる連中も公戦派に傾くかもしれねえってことか。
All of the captains began nodding to one another in solemn agreement. Thankfully, the tension seemed to ease, and the notion of hope was gradually being restored. Of course, success was no easy guarantee, but...
俺は賛成です。逆転の目があるとすればそれしかない。
It our boy! Oh, it is so cute. The Snow Bunny CG is just one of the best moments. Saito's route is just extremely well done. It's one of the best written routes in the game. Yeah, Yamazaki's not particularly tall. He seems to be level with, like, Saito, who is also not as tall as some of the other guys.
だが一度でいい。ここで我々が一度勝利しておけば、まだ戦えるとの何よりの証明となるはず。
Because Yamazaki contributing to the discussion was such a rarity, everyone in the room fell silent. No sooner after he spoke had all of them nodded in small but enthusiastic support.
10万石に目がくらんでるだけなら反対だったんだがな。
Chizuru is definitely shorter than Heisuke.
そこまで考えてるなら、その賭けに乗ってやるのも悪くねえな。
Meanwhile, ain't nobody taller than Sano except maybe Soji? Which always catches me off guard. But Soji is one of the tallest in the group. I guess it's always hard to remember that, because half the time he's in bed. Yeah, I said it.
俺も異論はない。戦況を変えるのに他に手はないだろうからな。
Yeah, I think Kai is like definitely the tallest, probably followed by Takeda.
Hmm. それではこちらも羅刹隊の準備を整えましょう。
Around the room, some were in strong agreement.
Sano is also a cut beanpole, though. You're not wrong about that typo.
Others remained quiet but nodded sternly. Their collective murmurs hummed as Sun uncurled his lips into a satisfied grin. Before Sun could exit the room, however, Hijikata shook his head, beckoning his friend to stay back.
Yeah, I really want to do his route next, maybe, because I'm super curious about it. I've heard, in reviews I have read, it's supposedly really, really good.
待ってくれ、三男さん。羅刹隊は江戸に残す。
なぜです。徹底的な勝利が求められる状況では我々ほどの適任はいないと思いますが。
別に羅刹隊の力を疑ってるわけじゃねえ。ただ昼に行動できねえ羅刹は行軍には不向きだろ。
そりゃみんなと足並み揃えるってわけにはいかねえけど。
それに新規の大使を補充すりゃどうしたって羅刹の存在が漏れちまう可能性は増えてくる。だから今回羅刹隊は残していく。三男さんならわかるだろ
う。Hichikata's expression was unwavering as he spoke. I stood fearfully off to the side, watching Sannan carefully contemplate a response with a glare.
なるほど。やはり我々は歴史の表舞台に立つ資格はないということですか。
Sannan warped his face in sadness, curtly spinning on his heel to storm away from the room.
Oh dear. All right. So we're gonna save. And I think this is a good spot to grab a real break, not a, oh no, cat is doing things in the other room break, because I am out of tea and I need to make some more. So we'll go for like 10, 15 minutes and be back and keep on doing the thing. So I will see you all shortly. Go get your snacks, your drinks, stretch. BRB.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Are we ready to keep going?
Aw, thanks for the host, Twilight. Yeah, schedule-wise, I've been considering bumping us up to like 1 hour earlier, or maybe 30 minutes earlier than we normally do. Just because when winter comes and Arizona is the weirdo that doesn't change clocks, starting at like midnight is sure gonna be a thing. Anyway, we'll figure that out when we get around to it. Oh, I know. I saw Angie in the Discord. You started looking at Kondo's Wikipedia page. Yeah, don't read actual history. It's about the Shinsengumi. It's gonna make you very fucking sad. But anyway, let us go forth. We're probably gonna go for like 1 more hour and then call done for the night, because I have a game to play a little later after sleep. And then I will be jumping on a stream. I'm gonna play Jessica Jones in a charity stream on Grimjack's channel, so I have to like have half a brain. Picture Arizona and the heat. Yeah, I mean, valid. Arizona and heat are things. All right.
The conversation among the captains, Hijikata and Kondo, carried on for just a little longer, but the hour was fast approaching midnight, and everyone bid farewell before retiring to their rooms. When the clock struck 12, the only ones remaining were Hijikata, Heisuke, Yamazaki, and myself. The evening has slipped from our fingers. Where did the time go?
俺と東堂さんはともかく、副長や雪村君はそろそろ休まねば明日に差し支えるのでは。
このくらいどうってことねえ。
Hijikata's like, sleep is for chumps.
それより平介、お前に頼みがある。
ん？なんだよ急に。
Goro? Oh! Yeah. Goro is a character in Nightshade. I believe Goro is also an alias of Saito in Shinsengumi-ness. But it's also a fairly common name, so it could be any number of people.
さっき言った通り、今回の降伏域に羅刹隊は置いていく。
Yeah, Nightshade takes place firmly at the front, like before the founding of the Tokugawa shogunate, whereas this game takes place during the fall of the same shogunate.
その際、残していく羅刹隊の様子を見といてもらいたい。
そりゃ三男さんを見張れってことか。
ああ、さっきもそうだが、最近の三男さんは気がせいてるみたいだからな。
三男さん。
Suddenly, Heisuke's expression dropped.
わかった。近頃の三男さん、妙に外で動きたがって変だったんだよな。
では、俺も東堂さんに協力して羅刹隊を監視すればよろしいですか？
いや、悪いが山崎には情報収集のために無理を押して甲府に同行してもらう。
The whole.
新八や原田の言ってた通り、幕府が俺たちに城を与えるなんざ罠があるとしか思えね
え。Heisuke's a sweet bab, but he's not stupid.
But Yamazaki can't be in the sunlight for long.
心配は無用だ。羅刹といっても日の光に耐えられないことはない。
すまねえな。
With Heisuke ordered to watch after the Fury Corp, and Yamazaki joining the Koyo Regulatory Company. That left me as the only one without instructions, and Hijikata then turned to face me.
で、雪村、お前の扱いについてだが。
I guess I checked the walkthrough.
As soon as I find it again, I lost it. Hold on. There we go.
Wait, Hijikata. I have a favor to ask of you. Before he could finish his thought, I blurted out. I was well aware of my position here. Participating in battle was out of the question, given that I was more than a burden on the field. But even so, remaining silent was equally out of the question. Please allow me to accompany you to Kofu.
ダメだ。お前もこの間見ただろう。あれが戦ってもんの現実だ。
I mean, he's trying to like be a good proper dad and keep us and our small civilian ass out of danger. So that's nice, I guess.
相手を殺し、同じように殺される。その覚悟があるやつだけがいる場所だ。間違ってもただの町娘だったお前がいていい場所じゃねえ。
That's a scary face.
Hijikata was interrogating me with only his eyes, as if he were culling my memories from my face. In fact, my hands began trembling uncontrollably as the Battle of Toba-Fushimi replayed in my head. Hearing Hijikata answer with such conviction reminded me of how little I had wanted to experience the stench and horror of that scene. But even so, beyond my fear of death and my trepidation to witness suffering beyond my imagination, there was something more pertinent pulling me to Kofu. It was... Still, I want to go. There's someone I'm worried about. He immediately reacted to what I'd been getting at. With a troubled grin, Yamazaki darted his eyes towards me, timidly clearing his throat before facing Hijikata to speak.
副長、東堂さん、俺からも一つ言わせてください。俺はこたびの戦に雪村君を連れて行くべきだと思います。
はあ。
山崎君本気で言ってんの？千鶴は戦えねえんだぞ。
戦えずともできることはあります。 刀を振るっての戦いが全てではない。以前とある人が教えてくれた言葉です。
Oh, that callback though. It's very good. Also, yeah, boss, I'd like to bring my girlfriend. Is that okay? Cool.
Were those my words? As if he were reading my mind, Yamazaki looked at me from his peripheral subtly and winked.
彼女の戦いは武士のものとは違う。負傷した者を救護し、癒し、守ること。
Oh.
事実、鳥羽伏見の戦でも彼女の世話になった大使はかなりの数に上るはずです。
Noelle, what did you do? Oh my gosh. Please throw that shit in the Discord. I beg of you. We will probably pin it. I'm gonna have to look. I must see this. And thank you for going above and beyond. Okay. Gosh, that's so much less weird. So much less weird than whatever the fuck we got. Yeah. Well, you know, localization is an art.
だから副長、お願いします。どうか彼女も同行させてください。
Yeah, I imagine that was not like, oh, here's a snap, let me just translate it and do this.
That was awesome. Thank you, Noelle. And thank you for sharing that with all of us.
Hypesuke in the chat for Noelle if y'all have it.
Yes, please. I beg of you. I promise that I won't cause any trouble.
Taku, 頑固なところは誰に似たんだか。とはいえ、猫の手も借りてえのは確かだしな。
I love Hijikata. He's so rough around the edges, but he's such a good guy.
Hijikata heaved a giant sigh, fed up with what I was sure he perceived as whining, and nodded at me.
He's so grumpy.
身の安全については保証できねえぞ。それでもいいならついてこい。
Just a grumpy dad doing his best.
The conversation left me feeling flushed with heat, so I entered the courtyard, allowing the refreshing breeze to cool me underneath the twilight.
Speaking of Twilight, coming in with a sub for Lynn. Thank you, friend. You are too kind.
I wandered for a minute, noticing the blades of grass poking through the stone on the floor as I ventured back towards my bedroom. Soon I saw Yamazaki sauntering similarly around the inner yard, and I called out to him.
This is the kissing music. You're not wrong.
Hey, Yamazaki. Thank you for earlier.
何がだ?
But Yamazaki, you're not doing this right.
I meant about asking to include me in the caravan for Kofu. I was sure you'd be against it. Yamazaki had always expressed a dire interest in my safety and ensured that I was always protected. For someone like me who had always thrust herself into near-death situations, I could likely credit the fact that I'm still alive to Yamazaki's vigilant sense of duty, which was more than I could have ever asked for. But one question lingered in the back of my mind. It was puzzling to think that he would not only allow but support my intention to leave for Kofu.
そうだな。今までの俺だったらきっといい顔はしなかっただろう。何を好き好んで君を危険な場所に連れて行かなければならないのかと。
Then why?
どこまでも一緒についてきてくれるんだろう。
あー!
Just gonna leave that there for a minute while we just kind of die. I guess I could screenshot it too, so we have it forever.
A dazzling ray of moonlight glinted beautifully on Yamazaki's profile, revealing the smirk on his face. My eyes dropped downwards, peeking at the fact that our hands were now touching one another.
Hand touches! I repeat, we have hand touching.
I was unsure if he initiated the contact or if I did. But he took the next step, interlocking his thin, slender fingers into mine. Our hands were entwined, basking in the warmth of each other's skin.
言うまでもないとは思うが、甲府での戦いは間違いなく激戦となる。だから、君は一人でも多くのものを救ってくれ。二度と表に出られなくなった俺の分まで。
Oh shit, yeah. Yikes. Him being around a bunch of wounded people is probably like the worst thing. He can't do his doctor thing anymore.
Despair gripped my heart with abandon. I hoped he wouldn't dwell on such terrible things, but I bit my tongue. No matter how much I denied it to myself, Yamazaki belonged to another realm, embedded in shadows. Instead of focusing on the negative, however, I decided to offer a more comforting sentiment.
Anna! Oh my.
I don't think that'll be the case forever, though. If humans could be turned into Furies, then maybe one day Furies could eventually be transformed back to humans.
そうか。ああ、そうだな。
He neither confirmed nor denied my suggestion. He merely smiled, albeit faintly, off to the side. It was a melancholic smile, one intended to placate me. Out of instinct, I squeezed his hand tightly, clinging to its warmth like it was life-giving.
Ugh. Chapter 2! Yeah, that was very sweet. No CG, but that's okay. It was still a very good moment. Let's go ahead and save.
March 1st, 1868. Thick blankets of snow covered the icy ground, but the Shinsengumi, now named the Koyo Regulatory Company, plowed through them en route to Kofu. I, however, was stuck in my own head far too often. My biggest concern was that our soldiers, numbering in the region of 200 strong, were hurriedly gathered together, unused to rigid military standards. Most of the men, out of an eagerness to fill their empty pockets with cash, lacked the skill, decorum, and morale befitting warriors of the Shinsengumi. If it were enough to get us into the castle, I thought, then all we would need to do is to hold it. Never mind having to engage in a full-scale conflict in Kofu. Nevertheless, I found it impossible to shake these worrisome thoughts during our convoy's travels. Uh-oh. Days had passed since we last caught sight of Edo, and the Koyo Regulatory Company trudged along. My eyes meandered on the snow, which neatly covered areas around tree trunks and boulders.
Oh, いたいた。おーい、雪村先輩!
Huh?
ほら先輩、見てくれよ。へへ、似合ってんだろ。
Oh, Nomura, you dork. Yes, yes, you look very handsome.
野村、服を見せびらかす前にもっと言うべきことがあるだろ
う。Literally notice me, senpai.
失礼しました。このバカの言葉遣いについては後でじっくりと説教をしておきますので。
Soma-kun! You cut your hair. Also bless this good serious boy. I'm really interested for his route as well because he seems like a good kid. Yeah, the uniforms. Check them out. These boys in particular have like a red oni, blue oni thing going on.
Oh, I don't mind at all, but... when did all of you change uniforms?
Eh, 俺たちも洋式の戦いになれろという副長からのお達しですから。
Oh, Takeda.
It's a shame he's so fucking pretty. He's a bona fide monster, though.
Alongside the change in name, the Shinsengumi underwent a major aesthetic change as well. It was reflective of this new era, a shift that truly marked the step in becoming the Koyo Regulatory Company. Their new uniforms were sleek and stylish, forming to its wearer's body with a tight black fabric.
Ah, you went and looked up Takeda's art, did you, Angie? Yeah. Uh-huh. He is literally one of the most horrible douchebags in the entire game, bar none. But unfortunately, he has, like, some of the best hair.
Speaking to them from afar led me to believe I was conversing with someone I'd never met before.
どうされました、雪村君?
Oh, no. Just adjusting to the sight. Everyone looks so different.
俺もまだ窮屈でなれませんが、これも時代の流れというやつでしょう。例外は局長や雪村君、それと山崎君ぐらいですね。
Hi, Farrell! True. In fact, I was asking Yamazaki earlier if he was going to change his uniform, but he said...
表に出る必要のない俺が新しい衣装を用意する必要はないだろう。
Yamazaki's like, no, I'm a fucking ninja. No.
He seemed a little opposed to the idea. In all honesty, I was a little disheartened. It was a tad selfish of me, but I was convinced that Yamazaki would have looked incredibly handsome in it, given his slender figure. Shimada must have caught on to my disappointment, forming a playful smirk with his lips.
それでしたら、戦が終わった後で雪村君が見立ててあげればいいのでは?
Ho ho ho! Kai ships it.
Me? Pick out his clothes?
ええ。君の見立てだったらきっと喜んでくれると思いますよ。
Ha ha ha!
It had been quite some time since I meddled in trends related to fashion, so my confidence in the latter was rather lacking. Shimada was nudging me with his friendly smile, and I couldn't help but purse my lips in contemplation. I wondered to myself, what sorts of clothes did men look best in? Hey, Soma? Nomura? If someone were to pick out your clothes for you, what do you think you'd want?
俺ですか。そうですね。やはり機能性を重視したものがいいかと。
I can't wait for these answers.
ですが、蜂金や銅、鎖片びらがなくても平気かどうか不安だらけです。
Wrong. Soma. No, buddy. Sweetie.
俺はもちろんかっこよくて強そうなやつ。すげえ派手で敵がビビるような。
Neither of their opinions were helpful, as was expected.
随分と楽しそうだな。
Saito!
Also looking great in his new uniform. Emo boyfriend! Yeah, he's got like a nice long coat thing going on. It's pretty fucking great.
Oh, Saito, I apologize if we were being too loud or disruptive.
いや、構わん。適度な緊張感は必要だが、ただ張り詰めていればいいというものではない。
He smiled.
だが騒ぐのはここまでだな。そろそろ石膏に出ている山崎が戻ってくる頃だ。
I gulped, imagining how awkward it would have been had Yamazaki overheard our conversation. But just then, as if summoned by serendipity, the subject of our conversation appeared from the tip of the trail. Hello, Yamazaki. How'd everything go? Yamazaki?
どうした？何かあったのか？
悪い知らせです。
Cool. Well, we couldn't have a cute scene for too long.
Everyone immediately froze. Yamazaki curtly averted his gaze, purposely restraining himself as he delivered his news in a hushed tone.
我らが目指す甲府城は、すでに新政府軍の手に落ちています。
Fuck! As the words were uttered from Yamazaki's mouth, they spread through our ranks like wildfire.
Tear me down, Tiramisu. Nice.
The captains attempted to maintain order despite the demoralizing revelation, but it was to no avail. Information discussed by the company's war council must have leaked all the way to Kofu Castle. To our dismay, the Imperial Army had already declared themselves king of the proverbial hill. With our original plan out the window, we were tasked with laying siege to a fully armed castle.
Fuck.
New recruits who expressed an interest in joining only after believing victory was more than assured caught wind of this news and fled the marching ranks. By the time Kondo had been notified, over half of his men had shamelessly absconded. Meanwhile, he was occupied in his hometown performing meet and greets. Our standing army, which was measly from the outset, dwindled to an embarrassing shadow of its former self. Misfortune was becoming commonplace for us, and suddenly our mission seemed all the more insurmountable.
Yeah, Nagakura would absolutely be a caps lock typing person. Nagakura has caps lock is his mode.
城に入れなかった以上、城攻めを仕掛けたところで勝ち目は薄い。
Hello, Hijikata. Boom. We're just gonna sit there for a minute and ignore the bad news and appreciate the view. Chizuru's like, yeah, he cut his hair. He now resembles the historical photo a bit more. If you want to pop over to Discord and compare the two.
江戸に増援を頼みに行ってくる。 うまく引き込めば勝機はあるはずだ。
A bit more, but still anime hotter. Yeah, basically. History, but make it anime hot. His eyes were, purple before.
Hijikata declared his intent to gather reinforcements, which left us in a precarious state without his leadership.
It might just be more pronounced now because he's wearing much more black and muted colors. In his kimono attire, he was usually wearing like a purple top half. Yes, Yamazaki also has purple eyes. Both of them do.
Nonetheless, Yamazaki and I saw Hijikata off after accompanying him while he packed his belongings.
I'll have to dig it up, but there's, I found some interesting historical stuff about, like, the, like, number of orders that went in for these uniforms. They apparently ordered, like, all the coats first, and then several weeks later they ordered the pants. Or at least that's what the records show. It's kind of interesting. Think of that what you will. Who needs pants when you have a great coat? Right?
Do you plan on traveling to Edo alone? At the very least, you should have a bodyguard with you.
今は大使も馬の数も足りてねえんだよ。心配すんな。できるだけ早く戻る。
Oh no, he's making the sad smile that breaks my heart. Fuck. Ow.
いいか。俺が増援を呼んでくるまでは絶対に戦を始めないよう徹底させろ。
That is a powerful fucking statement right there, sir. Reason number... I don't even fucking know anymore why I like Hijikata so much. The game wants us to fall in love with him so bad, but the chemistry with Chizuru is also so bad. It's really unfortunate.
承知しました。ただ、こちらを少数と見て取った場合、敵方から来る可能性は捨てきれません。
Yeah, same, Anna. Like, I really, really, really wish the Hijikata route was so much better than it is. We definitely have to do a watch of the movie because they handled the chemistry there so much better. Like, it definitely got me on the Hijikata Chizuru shipping train, which I never thought would happen. It also handled Kazuma infinitely better. There are 2 movies, because there's enough story that it had to fill 2 movies. There's also a TV series that is okay, but not amazing. And several OAVs and all that good stuff.
Hijikata's eyes thinned. Behind his squinted eyelids, I saw the glint of a frigid, purposeful anger.
その時は近藤さんを守って江戸へ引け。 何を置いてもだ。
Alright, yeah, we'll definitely do Hakuoki movie night after we finish up the Yamazaki route. I think it'll be a good time to do that, since we've got some new people. And it's been a while since I've seen it, and I kind of want to see it again.
What? The mood immediately recalled something that Hijikata had imparted upon us during Toba Fushimi. He snapped at us, telling us to stand down when our backs were against the wall, despite all of our comrades also fighting for their lives. Hijikata should have known then and even now how much Yamazaki was hurt by his insistence. So you're actually asking Yamazaki to abandon his allies if push comes to shove?
見捨てるわけじゃねえ。だが、近藤さんを生かすことを優先しろ。
Why? Hopefully Yamazaki had the intuition not to take Hijikata's orders personally. It was difficult given the circumstances, but Yamazaki obeyed every command. But the thought of leaving his closest allies behind to keep one person safe hadn't sat well with Yamazaki, who shifted his eyes nervously in response. Hijikata, however, looked totally unfazed, glancing upwards at the sky indifferently.
俺はどれだけ罵られようが、仲間を切り捨てようが、新選組を守り抜く。恨んでくれて構わねえぞ、山崎。お前にはその権利がある。
いいえ、俺も以前言ったはずです。大将はたとえ他の大使を盾にしても生きて隊を率いなければならないと。副長、あなたが新選組を守るため鬼になるというならば、俺は新選組の影となります。
Wow.
俺はもう羅刹と化した身だ。今後自身の名が歴史に刻まれずとも。
Yamazaki, stop stabbing my heart, please. I need it.
我々が生きた新選組の名を残すために、この命を賭して戦い抜く覚悟があります。
Yamazaki.
すまないな、雪村君。共に歩むと言ってくれた君には辛い道を歩ませることになってしまう。
At least he's not like being all, nope, you shouldn't follow me anymore, please stay back and be safe. He's just like, this is gonna be really tough, babe, but I know you want to follow me, so you've been warned. That's a nice change.
No, it's okay. You should do what you feel is best, Yamazaki. The two of us nodded, exchanging our unspoken sentiments before turning back to Hijikata.
副長、命令承りました。必ずや局長を守り抜きます。
すまねえ、山崎、雪村。
Whew. Oh no, this music tells me shit's going down.
Unfortunately, all was as Hijikata had foretold. It felt like a cruel joke, one that crushed us when our hope had already fallen into short supply. In the day following Hijikata's departure, the sound of the first gunshot echoed in the battlefield. The offender, to no one's surprise, was a recent recruit of ours, who pulled the trigger haphazardly. And just like in the Battle of Toba Fushimi, All it took was an accidental gunshot to incite a horrific bloodbath before our very eyes. Thus began the Battle of Koshu Katsunuma.
Ooh, Katsunuma. Wow, I can read.
Koshu Katsunuma.
Maybe guns were a bad idea. Maybe guns being given to brand spanking new recruits who don't know what the fuck they're doing are also a bad idea.
The Shinsengumi men were thrust into chaos, knowingly facing an opponent who was better suited in almost every facet to fight for the control of Kofu Castle. Hidden throughout the surrounding forest were battalions of Imperial troops, arming their cannons and firing them into our approaching soldiers. Gunpowder filled the air all around Katsunuma, stinging our eyes and nostrils. It became a land of ash and blood.
戦況はどうなっている？敵の数は圧倒的です。幹部の方々が前線で指揮をして必死に敵を食い止めていますが、それも時間の問題かと。都市がせっかく忠告してくれていたというのに、統率すら取れんとは何たるざまだ。
From Yamazaki's assessment, the Imperial Army had successfully seized total control of Kofu Castle. On the flip side, we possessed neither the arsenal nor the strategy to penetrate such a vast fortress. Saito and Nagakura, from what we'd heard, were fighting tooth and nail to keep up the pressure, but every other report making its way back to our home base carried devastating news, keeping morale low.
局長、やばいですよ。右翼が破られて敵兵がこちらに向かってきます。
Shit.
やむをえんか。総員、射撃用意。一斉射した後、切り込むぞ。
Kondo, no. No.
Kondo, no! If the Imperials are armed with rifles, then sending our men with swords won't do anything. Please, we must retreat. Even with my plea, Kondo was motioning forward, beckoning his men with reckless aplomb. My voice went hoarse trying to convince him otherwise. Yamazaki scanned our perimeter, thinning his eyes before taking a pronounced step forward.
野村君、敵の数。
迫ってきてるのは多分20ぐらいかと。20か。
俺が奴らを倒す。相馬君と野村君は局長を護衛してこのまま引いてくれ。
Don't tell me you plan on going alone!
誰かがしんがりを務めない限り追いつかれるのは時間の問題だ。それに日が落ちていて助かった。今の俺ならあの程度どうとでも。
After leaving us with a curt nod, Yamazaki leapt up a nearby tree trunk, dashing through adjacent branches and disappearing into the dense wooded forest. For a brief moment, my mouth was agape with awe. Then I snapped out of it, facing Kondo again. Soma, Nomura, please take this brief reprieve and get Kondo out of here!
そりゃいいけどよ。雪村先輩はどうすんだ？
I'm staying behind to watch over Yamazaki, and then I'll catch up with the rest of you. Please, there's no time. Hurry! I saw them off, making sure they were out of sight before darting away. I hid behind a thick shrub, peeking just over the top to watch a crowd of Imperial soldiers marching on.
進め進め！本陣は近いぞ！とにかく撃て！撃って全滅させろ！
They advanced slowly but surely. The increasing pace of their steps fell into an uneasy rhythm with my accelerating heartbeat. I grew nervous, wondering where Yamazaki had been. With an upward glance, I held my breath, hoping to find him perched on some branch. Just then.
いい時代になったぜ。どれだけ剣の腕があろうが関係ない。銃で撃っちまえば。
The Imperial soldier never finished his sentence, which was punctuated by a blood-gurgling cry. A strong breeze came from the east, and with it flew the soldier's head high into the air.
Yo.
Before I could blink, another soldier spewed blood from a fresh slit sliced across his exposed neck.
なんだ、撃たれたのか。何が起き。敵手だ。全員陣を組め。死角を作るな。
That's not gonna help you, gentlemen.
くそ、一体何者だ。姿を見せるとは卑怯だぞ。
卑怯だと貴様らがそれを言うのか。こちらの手も届かぬ場所から笑って俺の仲間を殺してきた貴様らが。
Terror covered the face of every soldier in the Imperial troop, and Yamazaki pulled their strings with the bellow of his fearsome voice. From afar, I had the perfect view of him, though he was hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, he's a little angry.
The glow of Yamazaki's crimson eyes radiated sharply as he sat perched on a branch above the soldiers. The sight alone was enough to send chills crawling down my spine. Yamazaki blended into the forest on command, nimbly slashing at the soldiers' necks before piercing their hearts, tearing their flesh asunder with steel. One by one, the blood-soaked bodies of the Imperial soldiers hit the ground with a resounding thud. Every time my eyes caught sight of Yamazaki, he was followed by a ribbon of cascading blood gushing from his fallen foes. I stared in abject horror, curling my toes every time one of them would utter a ghastly shriek.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Suddenly, a Shinsengumi warrior emerged beside the fray, clutching his hand tightly over his chest before collapsing on the ground in front of me. Hey, can you hear me? I'm an ally. I'm here to help. Can you recognize me? Oh no. You're not looking well. We need to get you to safety. Yamazaki!
ああ、そちらを君に任せた。俺はその間に敵を殺しておく。
は？
適材適所というやつだ。その方が結果的に被害が少なくなる。
Yamazaki spoke dismissively, not even bothering to turn and face me while he spoke. Instead, he fixed his hateful glare upon the corpses of his enemies, warping his mouth into a menacing grin, which prompted me to look at the walkthrough so I knew what the hell to say. What? Are you serious?
今言った通りだ。手当ては後でいい。先に敵を殺すことが結果的に。
No, you're wrong! Killing people should only serve as a means to protect the people you care about. I felt my throat tighten in soreness as I shouted. I took myself by surprise, never having thought myself capable of yelling as loudly as I did. No matter how many men you slay, if you aren't able to keep your allies safe, then it's all for nothing. Yamazaki, what are you fighting for? Tears filled my puffy eyes by the time I finished. In the past, Yamazaki had always been the first person to express concern for his injured allies.
Or comrades, I can read. Yeah, Chizuru in this route is actually really good. I feel like this is very close to the characterization they, like, intended for her. We see it here, we see it in Soji's route, and we see it in Saito's route. She's, you know, she's the caring mom friend.
Whereas before my heart was moved by how sensitive and caring Yamazaki had been, I found myself perplexed by his current state of mind. It shattered me to think he was losing touch with himself, so I needed to get through to him. Yamazaki's eyes dropped down to his blood-stained hands, and slowly the madness within them dissipated. The moment was ultimately short-lived, however.
見つけたぞ。今のは奴の仕業だ。
God damn it, you guys! We were almost back to normal.
くそ、下がっていろ、雪村君。
Yo.
I flinched as I saw Yamazaki pounce back into a group of Imperial soldiers. Eerie sounds of bones snapping followed soon after, causing me to grimace. His uniform was drenched in fresh blood, making me realize nothing I said could ever get through to him.
Damn it.
As he promised, however, Yamazaki made quick work out of the Imperials.
This music's really fucking creepy.
In spite of my best efforts, the wounded Shinsengumi warrior succumbed to his wounds, and I saw the glimmer of light leave his scared, tender eyes. As I lifted my head, I couldn't help but gasp, catching the sight of the gruesome mountain of human remains scattered along the dirt. The one who was responsible was a fury, huffing in a damp coat of blood.
Yikes. Okay, Yamazaki, you could put your sword away now, buddy.
He had thrown his mask from off his face, his lips curling into a wry, satisfied smile. In no way had Yamazaki seemed disturbed by his actions. On the contrary, he was taking great pleasure. Yamazaki, they're all...
Yike.
Stop it!
なぜ邪魔をする、雪村君。そいつらは敵だ。新選組の敵だぞ。
Yes, but I've also spent almost 4 years in the company of the Shinsengumi. All might be fair in war, I'll give you that. Sometimes we're driven to extremes that we never saw ourselves capable of achieving. That I am keenly aware of. But to show no mercy as you slaughter helpless men, that's just...
俺は皇庫の憂いを断とうとしただけだ。ここで生かして返せばこいつらはいずれまた敵として現れる。
But...
黙れ!
Yo. That's fine. Not the CG I was expecting, but okay. Exactly, Angie. Like, why didn't we get the handhold CG from earlier? What is this? Meh.
邪魔をするなら君から殺す。
I was petrified, feeling Yamazaki tap the underside of my chin with his cold sword, still dripping with the blood of those he had slain only minutes earlier. The air thickened like mist with the blood's foul, rust-like odor, which only seemed to worsen Yamazaki's pronounced lack of compassion. Yamazaki...
乾くんだ。
Of course he is.
その柔肌に歯を突き立て、苦しいぐらいに甘いシンクの雫でこの上を満たせた。
Buddy. You should calm down.
だから邪魔をするな。
Exactly. Like, this could all be solved if you just take a drink after Chizuru cuts herself somewhere. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Something sinister lurked behind his ravenous eyes. It was animalistic, like his instincts were focused on nothing aside from finding prey upon which to feed. Yamazaki, the one I knew and adored, was slipping away from me.
Well, I mean, since you asked. Yes?
俺の喉を潤す甘い雫。君の血を。
Buddy. He's not doing okay. I'm checking the walkthrough just because, but I'm pretty sure we know what we need to do here. Yeah, like this is tough, but at least this isn't fucking out of nowhere. Is this translation still not excellent? Well,
I could bear it no longer.
Huh. What? They made some choices with this localization, didn't they? Weird.
With gritted teeth, I grabbed a hold of his katana's blade and slid the sharp edge against my hand. An audible gulp squeaked from Yamazaki's eager mouth.
Whew! He's like way gone. Like, yikes. Boy. Lordy.
Without a second of hesitation, he tugged my arm closer towards him and wrapped his mouth around the open wound on my hand.
Ow! Ow!
His tongue flicked in and out of my cut, painfully digging it deeper underneath the skin.
Like, ow! Yo! Easy there. Also, please, step away if y'all are not comfortable with this. We'll just... it'll be done in like a minute.
But with my blood, Yamazaki's suffering would ease, and that was enough for me to persevere. I took solace knowing I could keep him sane. Rather than descend into depravity by taking the lives of others, he could sip and consume my blood.
I don't know, man. He seems to be slipping pretty fucking fast. Chizuru, I have questions, honey.
Something frightened me. It was almost as though I enjoyed the idea of being used. That somehow, if it were Yamazaki doing the deed, I felt more special.
Chizuru, no. That's not how healthy relationships work, sweetie.
After it felt as though an eternity had passed.
I super forgot to grab the blood drinking CG. Whoopsies. Let me skate back for like 10 seconds and grab that. Cause whatever. Completionist. Bip. Alright. I could grab it in the gallery, but it's fine. There we go. No, that Shinsengumi soldier straight up died.
After it felt as though an eternity had passed. At last, Yamazaki began to resemble himself again, letting the sword fall from his hands before speaking.
Oh no, this poor boy. Also, this fucking music. Ugh. Oh no. Are you gonna translate that one for us too, Noelle? What, like, what the fuck? What? Wait, that sure is a statement. Okay, but real talk, this track might be one of my favorites in the soundtrack. It's really, really good. Yeah, that is so different. Jeez. No, it's not writers that were problematic, Twilight. It's the localization that is problematic. That is a very different thing. Whoever was responsible for localizing this particular script took some serious liberties.
これが羅刹になるということか。人間ではないということか。
My heart broke for Yamazaki, whose forlorn eyes drooped listlessly. In order to comfort him, I said, "Yes, like it or not, you're a fury now. When you're hurt, your flesh will heal. You've become a white-haired creature with a taste for human blood. But you must understand. You and I aren't much different. My body regenerates itself too. I also cannot afford to live a normal human life, whatever that means. Well, I had no desire to drink human blood, but I meant every word that I said. And with a smile, I took Yamazaki's hand and pressed it gently against my cheeks. The softness and warmth in your palm. Whether you're human, or a fury, or if I'm a demon, nothing can change that.
Chicharone. Let's add a new nickname. And yes, Chizuru is an Oni. Apparently, like, drinking Oni blood has, like, sort of does better for their bloodlust than regular blood. Like, it sustains them a bit longer, is the implication. Hence why it's better that she just be the blood donor than letting him butcher a bunch of people. It's also why Sannan was, like, real interested in cutting us open a while back.
Yamazaki's mouth was agape and his eyes stared at the ground, speechless. I decided to give him a moment of reprieve. In this moment, perhaps he hadn't needed words of comfort. Instead, I glanced at the darkening sky, collecting my erstwhile thoughts. Had Kondo been able to escape safely?
Allow me to introduce my spouse, the wineskin.
Saito, Harada, Nagakura, Shimada. All of the men who were willing to give their lives so that we could protect Kondo. Were they alive? Yamazaki, let's go. We need to rendezvous with the rest of the Shinsengumi men.
Ah.
We picked ourselves back up, dragging our heavy feet through sanguinary muck when all of a sudden...
No! Why all of a sudden? Fuck! Why? Why now? Ah! No brows and honey voice. I mean, accurate, but... Kazuma, normally I'm not upset to see you, but right now I'm kind of upset to see you. Unless you have a lot of cool shit to say in that stupid, fucking, wonderful voice of yours.
Kisamara! 随分とひどい顔ですね。まるで悪鬼のようだ。
In fairness, Amagiri's voice isn't half bad either.
Large trees shook as two figures strolled towards us from the shadows with paralyzing stares in their eyes. I was swept with déjà vu, being taken back to the day that Yamazaki had consumed the water of life.
こんなところで出くわすとは。こいつらとはつくづく悪縁があるようだ。なぜ貴様らがここにいる？勝沼の戦に参戦していたのか？
いいえ、今回はあなた方と直接矛を交えてはいません。
What? Really? Cool.
ですが、先ほどの戦いぶりはしっかりと見せていただきました。
You are correct. I do not believe it.
山崎と言ったか。どうも俺の見込み違いだったようだな。
He sure did take his sweet ass time with that name, didn't he?
ここまで羅刹に落ちてはもはや哀れみすら感じるぞ。
It was Kazuma. Kazuma unsheathed his sword, spreading his feet into his stance before Yamazaki responded in kind. I cupped my hand over my mouth, fearing that Yamazaki stood no chance against them alone. It was up to me to find a way to stall them. Just as the thought crossed my mind, Amagiri outstretched his muscular arm, halting the two warriors from crossing blades.
殺気が溢れていますよ、風間。彼らを殺すつもりですか？
Amagiri always keeps Kazuma nice and humble, though. That is a good description of how Kazuma sounded out Yamazaki's name. That was good.
構うことはない。雪村の娘はともかく、この男が死んだところで。
我々の目的を忘れたのですか？
He's putting his sword away?
Meanwhile, Noelle is just losing her shit over this weird-ass translation. And yes, Kazuma has no right to look or sound like that, to be perfectly honest, when he's a complete tool in most routes.
どういうつもりだ？俺はどちらが相手でも構わんが。
Yamazaki! I have a particular affectation for a blonde hair, red eyes situation and his whole outfit, but yeah, Kenjiro Tsuda's voice is... Yay. Fortunately for us, he plays much more appealing characters in other games.
ではお言葉に甘えて、私がお相手いたしましょう。
What? What? What's happening? What?
かかってきなさい。新選組観察型、山崎進。
I'm concerned.
後悔するなよ。天霧球児。
Victory went to the warrior who struck first. Without breaking a sweat, Yamazaki chucked his kunai forward, which Amagiri effortlessly deflected.
Yeah, he's wearing gloves.
Before Amagiri could catch his breath, however, Yamazaki had already bolted inches in front of him.
Also, yeah, like, a minute to chill would be great, because I would super love to put this down for the night and not do it in the middle of weird action, because that's hard to come back to. Also, literally, why did they just show up and want to fight? What even?
Yamazaki aimed a flurry of blows at Amagiri, trying to strike his opponent's vital points without much success, as Amagiri parried every attack. Amagiri anticipated the path of every swing and was adept enough to block the sword with his bare hands.
That's fair. Yamazaki was like, I'ma fight you. Also, yeah, I get what they meant, but he was wearing gloves. But anyway. How you doing back there, Noelle?
He was no stranger to the Shinsengumi, having beaten Saito and Heisuke in the past, which made him one of their most formidable enemies.
Oh no. Yo. That's a face. Why though? We literally just had this conversation! Buddy! Have some chill.
Yamazaki bent forward, prepping himself to lunge before his pupils flared in dilation. He kicked at the ground, disappearing into thin air. It was impossible for me to track his superhuman movements with the naked eye. All I could follow was the whistle of the wind against the tree branches he'd fluttered upon.
Sorry! I think our boy likes fighting a lot, actually.
Yamazaki showed no signs of faltering, smacking the blunt edge of his blade forcefully against Amagiri's shoulder.
That seems like it hurt.
天霧に一撃を入れるとはな、以前よりもさらに速くなっているか。
Oh look, we've impressed his lordship. How nice. Welcome, Angie. You know how we all feel. It's... wow.
警戒はしていたつもりですが、予想のさらに上を行くとは。
All of us were in shock watching Yamazaki put pressure on Amagiri as aggressively as he did. As Amagiri's fist cut through the air like a hawk, Yamazaki responded with a well-timed slash against the former's ribcage. As Kazuma had suggested in the past, however, his heightened speed was a double-edged blade.
Oh, Angie, Hanzo is so much a good. Like, wow.
To compensate for the enormous toll his powers were taking on his body, Yamazaki's lifespan actually diminished with each instance. typical human foot would have likely been ripped apart by the sheer velocity of Yamazaki's movements, but this did nothing to faze him.
I believe I put the Hanzo route up on YouTube, so you should be able to grab it. I may not have linked it in the Discord, but I'll do that.
どうした天霧。人間ごときに押されるとは情けない。
Can I take a moment to be really annoyed at the fucking way they wrote the laugh here? This is just sloppy.
貴様が頭を下げるのならば手を貸してやらんこともないが。
冗談が過ぎますよ、風間。
Amagiri wiped his bloody lips with the back of his palm, quickly raising his guard again as he got into stance.
羅刹の力をこうも使いこなすとは。これなら先人の体が全滅したのもうなずけます。
And now we're all just gonna be kick.
当然だ。今の俺ならばあの程度物の数では。
勘違いしているようですが、今のは褒め言葉ではありません。この力で人間相手に勝ち誇るあなたをとても残念に思っています。
Once more, Yamazaki put the full weight of his body behind his attack, but Amagiri hadn't even flinched. He remained completely still, speaking in an icy tone of voice as he continued.
そもそもこれだけの力に代償がないとでも。
Come on, boys. You've done a heckin' fight. You stop, please. That'd be great.
That much we know. Every fury eventually develops a craving for blood.
だからそれだけではないと言っているんです。羅刹がいくら人外の化け物と言っても、傷の治癒も凄まじい怪力も、それ自体は人間の持つ能力の延長に過ぎません。
10 minutes? Alright, we can manage.
例えば傷の治癒ならば、人間の体が数年かけて引き起こす自己治癒力を数秒、数十秒に縮めただけ。
BT Dubs, guess who's gonna die early?
ですが、それだけの急激な代謝を体の中で繰り返せば、人間の体はどうなると思いますか？
Hanzo should be on there. I'll double check. I'll get to it tonight before bed or tomorrow.
As Amagiri expanded on his point, anxiety began festering in the pit of my stomach. I wanted to cover my ears. I couldn't bear to hear what he'd been getting at. All of my fears were becoming realized, but Amagiri insisted on revealing the harsh, terrifying truth.
そう。羅刹の力の源は人の持つ生命力。別の言い方をすれば寿命。
Like, what is the upside to becoming a Fury at all, really? Short of being on the brink of death and undoing that part.
当然、力を使うほど寿命は削れ、最後は灰と化して散るのみです。
What? No!
ふざけるな！そんなことが信じられるか！お前が今告げたことが厄介な羅刹の力を使わせまいという罠でないとは言い切れまい。
信じてもらえませんか。では証明してみせましょう。私があなたを圧倒すればそんな罠など張る必要すらないという何よりの証明でしょう。
Boys, could you not just... Can we do it another day? Maybe set a date?
Yamazaki dashed away at light speed, leaving behind the ominous glow of his rage-filled eyes. A sense of urgency fueled his movements, but it was nefarious, akin to panic more than determination.
Nefarious? And panic? Huh?
My eyes darted towards Amagiri, whose body was engulfed in a whirlwind of steel. Blood cascaded like floating lilies from the demon's body, as Yamazaki's flurry of slashes cut almost every part of him save for his face and neck.
Yo!
Suddenly, Amagiri's hair turned stark white.
He's getting serious now.
And then...
Morata!
The tip of Yamazaki's katana was pointed directly at Amagiri's heart. His opportunity to strike was cut short, however.
捕らえました。
Fuck!
With the slight flick of his wrist, Amagiri disarmed Yamazaki, knocking him onto his back. What? How? How could he see it coming?
いくら早くとも本当の鬼の力を解放した我々にとって難しいことではありません。
Amagiri approached Yamazaki slowly as he writhed helplessly on the ground. Don't you dare touch him!
Not to.
Did we just take a swing at Amagiri? I think we did.
I aimed my kodachi at Amagiri, sidling carefully towards Yamazaki before helping him stand. Are you okay?
下法の力を用いて勝ち起ころうといずれはより強い力でねじ伏せられる。見てみなさい、彼の体を。ボロボロではありませんか。
The longer I looked, the more I winced. Blood streamed from the gashes covering Yamazaki's mangled legs, exposing the muscles and tendons underneath his flesh. It was clear, though, that he hadn't sustained the wounds simply from Amagiri. They were a result of overexertion from his use of fury powers. Yamazaki! I wrapped my arms around his blood-soaked body, muttering his name under my breath.
血に狂い、血に酔い、他人を殺し、自らをも傷つける。
Did y'all just show up to deliver this bad news, or what?
見ての通り、本来羅刹の力は人の世にあっていい力ではありません。
Also, what is Kazuma doing right now, aside from being bored, probably?
I had no rebuttal. Yamazaki and Heisuke fought their hardest to retain their humanity, but... every other fury eventually descended into depravity, so they were clearly exceptions to the rule. In this bitter war, they were being wielded as pawns, agents of destruction pitted against one another. If ever we were able to maintain a period of peace, however, and the war comes to a screeching halt, what purpose would these beings have?
Yeah, I hope this is done soon, because this has gone longer than intended.
Good night, Lynn. But yeah, this is all interesting, actually.
Would there even be a place for them?
そしてあなたにとっては辛い報告となってしまいますが、あなたの父親雪村行動、彼はこの羅刹の力を日の本に巻こうとしています。
Wowza. Rock, you should go to sleep.
Oh hey, and we finally get news about our dad.
What? My father?
ええ。行動の計画が進めば、この地の人間は半数が羅刹に。
Dude! Nope, you read it right, Angie. Our dad is the biggest piece of shit, as Anna says.
残りの半分は羅刹の食料として飼育されることになるでしょうね。
Wow! I think this is the first route where we get a very clear indicator of Kodo's overall, like, plan concept? It's, you know, just turn half of them into Furies, leave the other half human, and then just let them eat. That's cool.
奴は鬼の一族でありながら、まがいものの鬼を作り、越に行っている。
Oh, hey Kazuma, welcome back.
鬼の一族を滑る者として決して許せん所業だ。
Even during my extended stay with the Shinsengumi, obtaining any information about father was next to impossible. Kazuma and Amagiri were the last people from whom I had expected to learn any sort of update.
彼は新政府に取り入り、各藩の庇護を受けているため、立場上私たちでは手を出すことができません。
Ew.
故に私たちは、この情報を新選組に伝え、彼らに対処を促すつもりです。
This route in particular has been very good at making me not sure who the fuck our final villain is supposed to be. Because now it is looking like it's Kodo. At the end of Kyoto Wins, I would have said it was Kazuma. And prior to that, I was like, maybe... Sunman? Shrug?
So, your goal is asking the Shinsengumi whether or not they want to wage war against my father's legion of Fury soldiers?
新選組はどのみちこのまま歴史の露と消える身だ。
You take that back!
ならば自分たちが関わった力の後始末ぐらいさせても構うまい。
Kazuma, you're such a dick.
Kazuma smiled wryly before turning his back to us.
That smirk sure is a face. I hate that I love it a lot, actually.
Before Kazuma could walk away, however, an enraged voice called out to him, prompting him to stop.
Whoa! Our boy has such anger problems.
Yamazaki barked, dusting his shoulders as he rose. He spat out a mouthful of blood and struck his sword into the ground to support his weight.
何が歴史の露だ。何がこのまま消える身だ。まだだ。まだ新選組は終わっていない。俺たちは今も戦い続けている。
気に障ったなら謝罪しましょう。ですが時間の問題なのは間違いない。
Wilden and more Wilden. Yamazaki is normally like very mild-mannered and sweet and chill, actually.
残酷なようですが、あえてはっきりと言わせてもらいましょう。
What?
新選組は負ける。そして歴史の中に忘れ去られる存在だ。
Ouch.
Yamazaki and I gasped, uncomfortable with the truth that neither of us had ever been willing to admit. Lose? Amigiri's startling admission shook me. On the other hand, Yamazaki nodded silently.
そんなことは分かってる。分かっているさ。新選組がどれだけ厳しい状況に置かれているかなんて、お前らに言われるまでもない。
No one makes ultimate games about Emperor Meiji, though. It's true, though. 分かってる。
だからこそあの人たちのことは最後まで武士として戦わさせてくれ。
Wakatteru is more like I know already, yeah. It's basically like I understand, if I recall correctly. Yeah, thank you, Noel, for giving us the romaji.
あの時も言ったはずだ。闇に手を染めるべき人間はここにいると。
Wow. Edgy as fuck, Yamazaki.
あなたが行動と戦うと、たった一人でですか。
If this has all been a ploy to bait us into killing Kodo ourselves, motherfucker.
奴が抱えている羅刹は10や20ではありませんよ。
He's not alone. He's got me too. If my father's responsible for this madness, then it is his daughter. It's my duty to see that he's stopped.
分かっているのか。羅刹の元を断つということは雪村光道を殺すことに他ならぬ。
Yes? No? Yes. An over-aggressive editor? Ah.
お前に父が殺せるのか。
Ooh. Okay, Kazuma, you do raise a point.
Well...
俺がやる。今の言葉全てを信じたわけではない。計りごとの可能性は否定できん。だがもし必要だというなら、その時は俺がやる。
Yeah, he definitely did ask directly if we could murder our own dad. We are a little too nice for that, we being Chizuru. However, Yamazaki has volunteered his murdery services.
いいだろう。どう転んでも我らに損はない。
This fucking face, though.
行動は今も新政府軍の中で羅刹を生み出し続けています。そして新型羅刹の実験のために新たな戦場に向かうでしょう。
新選組の行く先と一致しているということか。
ええ。ではご分を祈ります。
What is this, the fucking Hunger Games now? And also with you?
With that, the two demons melted into the fog. Just as quickly as they appeared, they vanished, and I scanned the whole area to ensure they were gone. Was it a dream? An ominous premonition? No, it wasn't. Looking at Yamazaki's tattered body and the soreness in my fingers, I gathered that all of it was very, very real. If what Kazuma and Amagiri said were true, then my reunion with Father would be soon. But I wasn't sure if it would involve the intimate welcome that I was wishing for.
Can I please save? Save? What? Okay! Whew! God, that took us to the end of chapter 2. Jesus fucking A. Ha. At the end, Hideyoshi will show. God damn it, Lethica, no! 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 Okay. I'm gonna save. And we're done. Yes. We're gonna go back to the title. Yes. We're gonna take a quick sneaky peeky into the gallery. Boop. So there's apparently one we should get here. I suspect if we make him endure the bloodlust whatever thing, there's usually a CG for that. We'll go back and pick that up at some point. Boop. Hooray. Whatever. That whole scene was fucking weird. That was just creepy. Yeah. Whew! Okay, so this one is apparently a really intense route. That was fine. I will see you all again for this next Saturday. We will continue down this spiral downward. I believe the ending will be fine. We just have to endure. So, with that, my dear friends, I will see you on the Discord in the meantime, and elsewhere on the internets. Or like in a few hours after some sleep for those of you that I'm playing games with.
Oh, thank you, Rock, for the bits. Until next time. Good night. And thank you for the follow, Rose. Okay, bye.